Thanks for cooking with, thanks for cooking. Thanks for joining Cooking with Gina Bug. Hey everybody, welcome back to Cooking with Gina Bug. Today we're going to be doing pickle wonton wraps. It's been called all kind of things. That's what I call it. So you can call it whatever you want to. You will need wonton wrappers. You will need Colossian pickles. Make sure it's Colossian. I guess if you want to do dill, you can. I didn't find dill pickles as good as Colossians, but I like Colossian pickles. And you really don't have a choice as to how big your pickles are when you buy them, but the bigger the pickle, the harder it is to get the cheese in. And then you will need the Kraft mozzarella string cheese. And that's it. Well, your knife to cut your cheese out and a coring knife to core out the middle of the pickle. I did not have one, and I could not find one before the show, so I'm using a letter opener. And it works just fine. So whatever you got to lay around the house, make sure you disinfect it though. And you can use it as long as it's got a sharp point and it'll core. Okay, well we'll get over here to the stove. And you will need oil, enough to cover how many pickles you're doing. You don't want it to be out of the oil. So I did a half a pan, and you want to do it on about medium high. Go ahead and get your oil hot. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over and get my oil hot, and we're fixing to get to cooking. Okay, I wanted to show y'all, this is the oil I got. I got peanut oil. You don't have to use peanut oil. It's just better for you. So that's what I used, and I just will drain it, put it back in here, and use it again for little things like this, or for the melting pot. Okay, I've got my wonton wrappers. You can grab a fork and a little bit of water in a bowl, because you're going to have to seal your wonton wrappers. If anybody's ever used these or watched my video on the wonton dumplings, you know you have to seal them. And these are great keto meal. It's a great keto meal. Anything that you want to do in it. So we're going to get our wontons. We're going to take them out of our package. And they're pretty cheap. They're like $4 for, I don't know how many's in here. Yeah, there's like 50 of these, and it's like $4. So you can make tons of meals out of them. We're going to, my pickles are kind of big. I did a few of these, just testing it early. My pickles are really big, my Colossians. So I decided to take two. I got the small wontons. They have one size bigger, and I should have got them. And put them together. So I'm going to lay mine out here. I laid them out earlier and I got them a little dry, I guess. So I'm going to connect them here, just like that. I'm going to wet it right here. Just put it down. Or you can just take your pickle. When you take your pickle out, you can just take your pickle and just, you can wet them like that. However you want to do it. And then you're going to take your pickle and we're going to core it. Like I said, could not find a core knife. I'm going to order me one off Amazon. And you just take your scissors and you cut both ends off with your knife, and then you have it where it looks like this. And then we're going to take the middle and we're going to core it out. I mean, it's fairly simple. It's just tedious. And make sure you don't break your pickle up. I mean, I did about 3 or 4 times. So, like I said, I got some big pickles. Yeah, letter opener works pretty good. My husband laughed at me when I couldn't find a core knife and brought this letter opener. He said, "You can't use that." I said, "Why not? It works." It works. Disinfect it. It becomes part of my kitchen utensils. So it's not a letter opener anymore. So let's see. And I have got all kind of different sauces that I'm going to be using on mine. You can put it in anything you want. The Creole with mayonnaise is a good one. The ranch buttermilk dressing. Let's see. And I have marinara sauce in mine, so I'm going to use. Okay, well this one's pouring pretty good. Okay, make sure it's all poured out so my cheese can get in there. Just like that, see? Then I'm going to take my cheese here. Use my scissors and cut it, both ends. Run it up through there. And I got the big string cheese. You can get smaller than this. I like the big cheese with these because it's a lot better to me. But anyway, and then you just put it in the middle. Just have to work it in and try not to break your pickle, because if you break your pickle, it's going to fall apart. My problem is I got a big hole here and a little one here, so I'm trying to get it through there. See, there it goes. Like I said, you just have to work with it. There we go. This is where a corn knife probably would do better. See, I'm just pushing out the rest of that pickle. There it goes. Worked good. See? Okay, and then we're going to put it onto our wonton wrappers. I took 2 and I sealed it using the water. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to do it from this way. And just go around like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna put another one on mine. You can put as many you want, but I'm gonna put another one around it. So let me take another one. I'm gonna get just a little wet. Mine got a little dry laying out a while ago. I shouldn't have laid them out so quickly. But there you go. See, it goes back to what it was. And then I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna wrap it this way. So it gets, now it's sticking good. Okay? And then I have it all wrapped up, see? It's wrapped. And then I'm going to put it over here. Add just a little bit of olive oil to where you're putting it so it doesn't stick to whatever plate you're putting it on. And then I'm going to put it over here. Take that part off. Put it over here. And I'm going to add some salt and pepper. Top of it. And I like to use paprika. You don't have to. You can use whatever you want, or don't use anything. A lot of people don't put anything on it, but I like to add paprika to mine. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on top. And it's ready. Now all you got to do is go over to your oil, and your oil needs to be hot enough that when you take a wonton and you put it into the oil, it jumps to the top of the oil and starts frying. That's what you need. Because this is about a 2-minute process. Maybe 2 minutes you leave it in there till it's golden brown, and then you take it out. Okay, so let's get over to the stove. Okay guys, I told you, take one of your wonton wrappers and put it in there to see if your oil is ready. So that's what I'm going to do. It's going to float to the top if it's done. And it came straight to the top. So my oil is hot enough. Make sure it's not too hot. I think mine is just a tiny bit too hot. So I've turned it down just a little bit. I'm going to turn it down just a bit more. I had it on medium high, but mine's a gas stove. So we're going to take this off for just a minute and let it cool down, or I'm going to end up burning up my food. Okay guys, I told you about putting the wonton in there just to see. I put mine in there, put it in there, it floats straight to the top. When it floats straight, well, that one didn't that time. I turned my oil down just a little bit. It was just a little too high. So that's perfect. You see the swirl? That's perfect. See, just floated to the top. So I'm going to take this out so I know it's ready. I would do, if you've got gas, medium, electric, medium, high. I'm going to put ours in here. In about a minute and a half, depending on you're going to lay them in there gently. Step away when you first put them in there. You can get grease all over you. You can use a cover over it. I have a glass cover that I'm putting on mine just so oil don't get everywhere. And that way you can strain your peanut oil and you can put it back up and use it later. Peanut oil is kind of expensive, but it's better quality, it cooks faster, and it's better for you. Okay, when it floats to the top, it's done. Look at it. These don't take long at all. It floated to the top, but I want it brown on both sides. So I'm gonna let it cook till it's brown on both sides. Kind of rolling it. About 1 minute is about all it needs. You can set your kitchen timer to it. I might do that on the next one. I'm just kind of rolling mine. I want it consistent on all sides. Okay. Oh, crap, see? The thing came undone. Okay. See how it looks? And the cheese. Put it over here. Drop her another one. And my pickle almost come out of that one. Make sure it's wrapped good. And I used olive oil to seal mine too once I put it in here, where I was going to move it from over to the oil. I just basted it in this bowl with olive oil. I'll put that one in there, let it cook. And you just keep doing it until they're all done, and then you can get your sauces ready. I've got ranch, I've got mayonnaise and Creole mixed together. I also have marinara sauce, and I have a 3 cheese sauce, like a ragu sauce for spaghetti. I did that because with what I have left over from my ends of my pickles that I cut off and the ends of my cheese I cut off, I'm going to put those together in a wrapper without it being a whole pickle, and just chip them up, put them in there, and throw them in a wonton wrapper and throw them in here. It's good for football games, any kind of really event, because this is not expensive at all to do, and it's easy. That's looking good. See the cheese? So put it back in there and let it get brown on all sides. And I'm only doing 5 tonight, but this weekend I'll be doing a bunch of them. You cut them open while they're hot and dip them. I don't know how good these would be warmed up, so I'd only fix as many as you need at the time. Not really sure it's a leftover kind of food because it's fried. And it's a pickle. Okay? Let's see. We've been cooking this one for about a minute now. Okay. That looks good. Like I said, it's peanut oil, so it's going to be a lot better for you. That looks good. We got 2 more. You can put all of them in there at one time. I just prefer not to do it that way, but you can. I'll go ahead and put this one in there. I just don't want mine touching and sticking together. I've got both of them in there. Give it about a minute. And when you cut these open, they should look amazing. Let me get a knife to see how this one looks. Oh yeah, see that? That looks really good. Really wonderful. And it's clean. Okay, let's roll these over. Make sure they're getting brown on all sides. There we go. The key to this is making sure that your oil temperature is right, because if you throw them in there and the oil too hot, it's going to just tear it up. Your wrapper's going to fall off, and your stuff's going to be burned up before you can even eat it. So don't do that. But you have to have it hot enough where your cheese will melt. Just throwing it in there for 30 seconds and taking it out, your cheese is not going to melt, because you're dealing with string cheese. So it's harder to melt anyway. So it took me a minute to get mine, and you see how low my eye is? That's after I had it on medium high for about 5 minutes when I was getting ready to do these. And I had to turn it down because the first one I put in there just burned it up. You have to learn. It's the only way you have to learn. All right, that one looks good. It says it's in there for a minute. We started this one about 10 seconds after, so I'm going to leave it in here just a few more minutes, and I'll pull it out. A few more seconds, sorry. Okay, there we go. Look, that looks wonderful, wonderful. We'll cut this one open. Let's take it over here and let's cut them open. Get some sauce. Okay, we've gotten them out of our oil, and waiting on my oil to cool off so I can strain it back. Cut these open and see. Oh, these look wonderful. Look at that. That is so pretty. And then I took the rest of what was left over, cutting the ends of my pickles and my mozzarella cheese, and I made me some little wontons, I say. It's just the cheese and stuff left over. So we've got, and you can do the halves, and you can put it in any sauce that you want to. I've got marinara, and I got the 3 cheese ragu, ranch and Creole and mayonnaise. But I like the marinara. Oh, that's so good. Brad, you want to come taste?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. And juicy.
Right.
It's so juicy. Pick the ranch.
The ranch.
What, whatever you want. I hadn't tried the ranch yet. Good?
Oh my goodness. It was juicy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's great.
And you can take the butter and put it over. I mean, this will keep it getting too hard while your party is waiting to eat it. You know, maybe it's a football game and y'all wait until halftime or whatever, and you don't want the bread to get hard. You can put a little butter on it like this, and then get you a clean dish towel or rag or whatever and put over it, and it will keep it soft, you know, until you're ready to eat it. Or you can put it in the microwave, put a little butter on top, put the dish towel on it, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, and the steam will make it soft. So that's just another way to make your bread soft if it's sitting out into the atmosphere. You're waiting to eat, you know, people are just snacking all day. So just cover it up, sit to the side, and let the steam take care of the rest. You guys should always have your food covered anyway. And then your sauces, whatever you have at home that you might enjoy. I like Red Hot. A lot of people don't like Red Hot sauce. I do. I could put it on everything. My son, he likes ranch. He can put ranch on everything. So just whatever you want. You just put it in there and eat it. Pickles go with everything. And so does cheese. So, and if you want to be creative, just get you a wonton. Get into your mom and dad's refrigerator or into your refrigerator and see what you got in there, and just start throwing stuff in a wonton and wrapper and putting it in there. It'll be fun. But thanks you guys for joining Cooking with Gina Bug. This was a fun video. I enjoyed it. It'd be fun with your kids, grandkids, spouse, boyfriend, whoever you want to do this with. And remember to go to Longleaf Antique Mall and visit G5 and E8 booths if you're needing anything, and just to see if we have it. And remember to mention Cooking with Gina Bug, and on cash sales only, you'll get 10% off, an additional 10% off. And you get 5% off for just using cash. So, and this is only on cash sales. And I have a new line coming out. It's called Ocean Breeze Collection. Let me show you what it looks like. Then I have, this is the Ocean Breeze Collection that me and my husband just did. We just created these. It's a candle, and it's really pretty. I've got all different kinds of different sizes, different textures, but it's all going to be this color, but different textures, different, the wood is cut differently. It really looks good, all of it. But if you would like to see this, it's going to be, when do you think we'll have it up there, Brad?
This weekend.
This weekend, by this weekend, if there's something that you want in candles, or I have another, the bee collection. It's going to be in, the bee collection will be in G5 in the glass case. It's going to be a bunch of different plaques, and be beautiful, be amazing, be yourself. Just tons of things that for the bee collection. It's going to be inside the glass case. So just go out there and give it a look and see if there's anything that you like or you want to buy for somebody. They're great Christmas gifts. They're great birthday presents. But these right here are just absolutely gorgeous, I think. I think I did a good job on these. But I'll have different sizes, different shapes, and different texture of wood up there by this weekend. So y'all come and see me, mention my cooking show, and get yourself a percentage off and take home some wonderful things. Thanks for joining Cooking with Gina Bug. And remember to follow me and to like and to share. If you don't follow, then you're not going to know about all the upcoming episodes that I'm doing with the keto and with the RV life. So join me and we'll adventure everywhere. Thanks for cooking with, thanks for cooking. Thanks for joining Cooking with Gina Bug. Have a great night.
Thanks for watching Cooking with Gina Bug. Please be sure to follow so you don't miss out on any future videos.